Your boy been going through some things. Had some stuff that we've been dealing with, but I want to go live tonight with you guys. I want to talk a little bit. I will be answering some comments, some questions. We're going to talk about the Fox Days of Christmas. We're also going to talk about a little bit about passion, okay? And about how far that reaches outside of the car world. And yeah, it's raining, so we're just going to have to deal with that. But please bear with me, bear with the sound and all of this type stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get the computer out so I can read some of your comments. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody for all their thoughts, their prayers. As you can see, we've not been on YouTube in a while. We are going to get started back on YouTube here shortly. But right now, it's just not a good time for me, but that's okay. Because there are life lessons to be learned in everything that we do. Everything we go through, there are life lessons. So let me go ahead and get this computer out and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. I definitely want to give you guys an update on the Fox Days of Christmas. I know everybody's been wondering where's their stuff at, when's it going to ship, all that type stuff. And I do apologize ahead of time because right as I was going to go live, I noticed that Neo was going live. My apologies, guys. I just got to do the best that I can do, okay? Let me get everything popped out so we can talk. It's going to be a little different live than what you guys are used to. Might not be safe for work. I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys ahead of time. So if you're watching this video, it may not be safe for work. You're going to see probably a different side of me than what you've normally seen. It's perfectly fine, though, as long as we're real, right? SJM Racing, I'm doing pretty good considering. Mr. Scruffy, yep. Kind of got a beard going on, right? Yep. I am live tonight, as you can see. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It has been it's been up and down for us over here. It's actually not raining, guys. That's just rain coming from the trees as the wind blows. We're probably not going to be live very long tonight, just due to the weather that's about to start coming in here pretty soon. But thank you all so much for all your thoughts and your prayers. If you guys don't know, my mom is she is not in the best of shape right now. We hope that things will turn around, but as it stands right now, my mom, aka Mama Brutal, I'll go ahead and let you guys know ahead of time. she had a stroke, and they gave her the clot buster. It's a blood thinner, if you will, and that caused complications. Okay, she's been in the hospital for now, going on Wednesday, it'll be 3 weeks. So it's been rough. Okay, it's been really rough for me. I've been trying to throw you guys a video out as I can, but I know you all completely understand, so I don't have to explain that self. I explain myself to you guys. Hold on, sorry, I was about to read something. At least you check in some YouTubers drop off the planet and much. Yeah, I'm not dropping off the planet, guys. It's nothing to do with that. Please understand that I'm going through some stuff in life right now. Me and my mom are extremely close, okay? I know not everybody has that type of relationship with their mother. I'm sorry that you don't, but we do. And she's been a part of everything in our lives, and down to every financial decision and everything that we've ever done here, okay? So my mom's been right there. And right now it's just really hard for me. But what I want to talk about tonight is about our passion, right? We always talk about our passion for these cars, and that's important. Don't get me wrong. But we all know cars, Fox bodies, Mustangs, it's not what's most important in life. What's most important is obviously your family and your friends. I know some of you guys don't have immediate family. I know some of you guys probably don't have a lot of friends. But I'm going to tell you that there is more to life than cars, than Fox body Mustangs, and than everything else, okay? But these Fox bodies, these cars, they're an outlet for us, right? they're what kind of take us away from reality. When the real life sucks, we can go get one of these cars and it seems to make things better. But it's temporary, right? At the same time, it makes some of the best memories that you'll ever have in your life, especially if you can spend it with friends and with family. It's been some of my best memories. Some of the things that you guys don't know is me and my mom have always been into cars, and my dad as well, and my stepdad. My whole family have always been into cars. So it's real easy to look back at good memories and think about these cars. Think about these Fox bodies and what you had in this decade, in this year, if you will, almost as a landmark. One of my mom's favorite cars was Blue Mica, and I'll go over here in just a second to show you a picture. It was my 93 Mustang GT that I had. It was blue and silver. My mom loved this car. It's her favorite car I've ever owned. We may be doing something similar here real soon with that. But my point is, cars are not the most important thing in life. It'll stop in a second. All right. So cars aren't the most important things in life. We understand that. We're all fully aware. I think some guys are so involved into these cars that they think that's it. That's the only thing in life. I'm here to tell you that it's not. Even if you don't have any immediate family anymore, even if you just have a couple of friends, those friends are going to be detrimental to your well-being later on in life, possibly, okay? So don't ever write off a close friend. A close friend can be there sometimes when family isn't. So, always, stay close to your friends and your family. The thing I want you guys to know is the passion that we apply to these cars, these Fox bodies behind me, everything that I have taught you guys through the years, and I hope to God that you've learned something over these 4 years now that I've been on YouTube. All of this passion doesn't necessarily have to relate directly to a Fox body Mustang. It can relate to life in general. Don't ever give up on what you believe in. Don't ever give in. Always stay passionate, okay? That's with family. That's with everything in life, okay? You stay strong and you stand behind what you believe in, no matter what that is. I'm staying strong and I'm believing in my mom. In Mama Brutal right now. She's struggling. She's still here with us right now, okay? And that's all that matters. I'm not giving up on her, okay? I'm not giving up on Mom. It doesn't look the best right now, but that's okay. I'm not going to give up on her, and I wouldn't give up on you guys, and I don't suggest that you ever give up on anybody in life. Never do that. Always stay positive if you can. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but that's okay. That's what we do, right? You don't give up on your car, right? You build it, you blow a head gasket. You don't just trash it. You get your ass out there, you put a new head gasket on it, and you stick it out. Same thing in life. I'm right there for my mom right now. And look, this whole thing is not about, what's going on necessarily in my life. I want to talk to you guys as well. I want to read your comments and things like that. But I just want you guys to know that I'm human just like you are, okay? Obviously, I'm not some huge, successful YouTuber that does this full time. I have a job. I do this on the side. I have been missing YouTube. One of the main reasons why I've been missing YouTube is the fact that, this was something that my mom has always supported. She loves it. She loves you guys. She loves reading the comments. So I just want you all to know that I'm still here. YouTube's not going away. We're not going away. We're going to come back stronger. Regardless of the outcome of this situation that we have right now, I want you guys to understand that I'm going to come back stronger and better, and we're going to work harder than ever, okay? Regardless of this. You just give me a little bit of time, and I'm going to prove to you, okay? We got some stuff going on right now that's just really hard on me, but we're going to get through this. These cars, these Fox bodies mean a lot more to me than what you might think. You might think that, oh, that's just a channel. That's how he makes a little bit of extra money. Nope, not the case. I've been doing this ever since I was born. Guys, this ain't something I just stumbled into, okay? I need y'all to understand that. We're going to do a video where we talk about my whole life history, everything that I've ever been through from start to finish, okay? I've got a good friend of mine that's going to get on here and interview me so that he can ask the right questions so that I don't ramble too much. But who I am as a person is maybe different than who you are. Maybe different than most people that you run across. I don't know. Maybe you've run across somebody just like me, or maybe you are just like me. But I can promise you that I feel like I am a rare breed, and you will understand that once we get into my history. I just hope you guys stick around for it. Yes. So Old School 50 says, take care of your mom. We understand. Yeah, man, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I go in. Let me give you guys a little bit of what's going on here. Okay, so my mom right now, she's able to move her arm, her right arm, her right leg, pretty much her whole body, except for her left side. Okay, but last night she did move a little bit of the left leg and the left arm that the doctors told her she was paralyzed. She'd never be able to move again. So. Yeah, so it just goes to show, don't believe everything you hear, okay? If you guys are going through something that I'm going through right now, don't worry about what the doctors say. Don't worry about what neurologists say, these experts, okay? It's out of their hands. All they can do is read what's on a graph, read what's on a computer and on a scan, and they're going to give you what they give you, okay? It's your job to stay positive. It's your job to be there and do what you need to do for whoever you're trying to support, okay? So, there's a lot of things I would like to say right now about that, but they're doing their job, and I understand. So I can promise you, though, that what they said was not going to work has worked a little bit. Not getting a lot of support from the nurses and people that come in, seems to be a pretty grim situation in their opinion. And I'm not the one for all that, okay? I'm staying positive. And I suggest you guys always do the same, no matter what nobody tells you about anything. You stick behind your beliefs, your thoughts on anything that you do in life, and you don't worry about what anybody else tells you, okay? I don't worry about that shit. It just is what it is. I'm staying positive. I'm seeing some improvements. So we're going to cross our fingers. We're going to hope here. But one of the things that I've been doing for my mom is I've been going in. We've been talking. We've been playing music, spending time together. Getting everything off my chest that I need to get off. Telling my mom everything that I can think to tell her. And I hope that at some point she's able to look back at all these videos and everything and see that I didn't give up on her. I'm not. And you don't give up on anything in life, okay? If you're passionate about it and you give a shit about it, you never give up. You understand what I'm saying? You never give up. Don't let nobody step in between that. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Stand up for what you believe in. It's just all there is to it, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Trust in God, yeah. I'm not a very religious person for the most part. Guys understand. I have done my fair share of praying, okay? It's kind of new to me, but I have done that. And, you get to your weakest point and you do what you got to do, okay? And I promised that if my mom made it out of this, that I'm gonna go to church with her. Okay, so if it gets to that point, I promise you guys, it is what it is. Now, on the other side of things, I have noticed that since I've started my channel, I have let YouTube and subscribers and other people dictate a lot of what I do and what I say. Okay, I am by nature a very subdued guy. I do like to appeal to the masses as I can and understand your side of things. So I've always done a good job of that. You may see a little bit more of that, a little bit, a difference, a change, if you will, in myself as time goes on, because I'm no longer willing to cater to assholes and people that, want to argue, okay? I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just being real with you right now, okay? I've battled with this for a while now, and I think we're just to a point now where it is what it is, and you may see a little bit of a change on the channel, and that's fine. We'll deal with it. This is something that like I said, I've battled with for a while. I do want to, don't misunderstand what I'm saying, guys. I do want to appeal to the masses, but in a way that reflects a little bit of the good in me, the bad in me, a good balance, right? It's hard to explain. When you do YouTube, you want to give people the best version of you, a true version, but the best version. But I do think at times, you sacrifice a little bit of who you are, and I think a little bit of that of me has died, if you will. And it has been over the years, and you've seen a little bit more of that. But I'm just going to say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and that's just going to be that. If you guys want to unsubscribe, I completely understand. But I'm going to do things my way and the way that I want to do them. I hope you guys stick around. I don't want to lose any subscribers, but if you don't want to be here for that, that's perfectly fine too. Okay? So, so Dorrell Washington says, sorry, I'm late. Just got done grocery shopping. It's perfectly fine, guys. We're just hanging out. I just want to remind you all to always be passionate about everything in life, okay? Everything. Never let somebody take that passion away from you, okay? Always stay true to who you are. It sucks sometimes. Some of us are very are passionate, but we're pacifists at the same time. I'm kind of in between there. I'm somewhat of a pacifist, but at the same time, you have to be strong and you have to stand up for what you are. And sometimes it takes a significant event in your life to kind of draw you out. And over this period of about what I guess maybe 4 years now being on YouTube, I have tried to inspire you guys. I've wanted to show you that you could do things that you never thought you could do. That has been one of my main things, one of my main goals. I wanted you to know that no matter how you feel about yourself, or no matter how anybody else feels about yourself, you can go out and you can do things that you never thought you could do. And that's been the goal of the channel. I want to take it a step further. I'm not one to completely speak my mind at all times. I don't feel like you need to do that. Nobody needs to do that. We don't need to hear what your thoughts are, every second of the day if it's something negative. But what I'm trying to say is stay positive, and if you're positive about something and you feel like you can have a positive influence on somebody, then no matter what they might think or no matter what the masses may think, you always put that positive message out there. You understand what I'm saying? You help people. You don't let anybody stand in the way of you. You don't let anybody laugh at you, make fun of you, or say you're weak because of that, right? You get out there and you try to stay positive and you help people. That's the message that I really want to spread to people, is be passionate, work hard, grind it out. But at the same time, help other people. And if there's a message that you want to get across that's a positive message, don't let anybody, make you feel bad about that, okay? Yeah. So Mustang guy has been awesome from day one. I love you guys so much. Ford Matt, what's up? Just in at work on a little bit of a break. So, Outdoor Power Tech, thank you guys so much. Obviously, this is a little bit different than what we normally do. Ford Matt 77, thank you so much. He says, everybody go hit that like button, and he sent $50 over, so I do appreciate that. We have not been on YouTube lately. We've done a little bit here and there. I'm going through some stuff, and that's understandable. Everybody does, and this is the thing, right? I want to relate to the guys that are going through stuff. I've got so many messages of people that are going through the exact same thing as me. I just saw a comment earlier. You feel like you're all alone when the shit hits the fan, if you will, but you're not. There's so many people in the world that can relate to you and that can help you. So it's fine. So, all right. Yeah. So, guys, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Mustang stuff. I'm so sorry, but this is what I want you to know. I'm a real person that has real problems. I'm literally behind my house in a metal shed, if you will. Okay? I'm just like you. I fired up my phone just a few minutes ago, and I decided I want to talk to you guys. I have problems. I go through stuff. I hope you guys are here and can support me on this and can understand. But nothing's, everything's not going to be perfect. It's just the way that it is, okay? So I hope you guys can appreciate that. I try to keep things real and 100. So let's talk a little bit about Mustangs. You guys got any questions, anything you want to talk about? I do apologize. I am aware that Neo Mustangs is live. I didn't realize what time it was. I decided to go live, and this is where we are. So my apologies. Sorry, Dan, about that. Life happens, absolutely. Yeah, it's fine. Look, guys, I'm not asking for sympathy here, okay? Please understand that. I'm just letting you guys know that I am real just like you all. This YouTube thing is something that I enjoy doing. but it's not, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not gonna put on some show or some shit like that, okay? If it doesn't come out right and I stumble on some words or it's just a tough time for me, I hope you guys can understand as friends, okay? I feel like everybody watching right now, we're all friends, we're a family. You can support me. Thank you all. I wanna say thank you to Nikki and JJ. They sent a care package, and one of the sweetest things that I've ever seen, they sent some dream catchers. And I took it up there today, actually, to my mom, and I put the dream catcher upside of her bed. So it took a while. I'm sorry to get back to everybody, but thank you so much, Nikki and JJ, if you're watching. I do appreciate it. I mean, we got the best subscribers, okay? We just do. And you guys, I know you're subscribed to a bunch of other Fox Body channels and whatnot. The whole community as a whole is freaking awesome. We're not the biggest, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What we do have, though, is a core group of people that understand. We got a couple trolls that come in from time to time, but my whole goal with this channel was to create something to where we all feel like a family. Because some of you guys don't have car guys or Fox Body guys or Mustang guys that you can hang out with. I wanted to give you that on YouTube so that we could all, talk and relate and have the same likes. When I post a video, a lot of times, we do get some haters on there, and that's fine. It is what it is. But I do feel like that we have such an awesome crowd and such an awesome group. I do want to go ahead and mention that this could go on for a little while, okay, before I get back to YouTube. But when I do get back to YouTube, I'm coming back with a vengeance, okay? I just want you guys to know that. I can feel it. I can feel the fire in my chest. It's here, okay? We're going to come back. I've got something to prove, and we're going to get back to this regardless of the outcome. I need you guys to understand that, and we got some big things coming up. Just give me some time. That's all I ask. This isn't the end of YouTube for Brutal, okay? Yeah, so SO says, I've always appreciated your humility and love for Fox Bodies. Absolutely. The Fox Bodies, I go way back with them because pretty much from the time that the Fox Bodies came out. I was born in 78. So Fox Bodies were on the showroom floors, on the car lots in 1978. So the year I was born, in June, they were right there on the car lots. Okay, so I've been around them my whole entire life. My mom and dad have owned these things from pretty much day one. Okay, we'll get into all that in my backstory. I promise you it's coming at some point. These Fox Bodies mean so much to me. But it's not just Fox Bodies. We had an El Camino that I absolutely loved. I loved this El Camino. Some of the best memories that I have are from this El Camino. My mom used to drive it. Had a 305 in it originally. My dad put a 350 in it. Little 4-barrel intake, carburetor and headers, I think it was. And it wasn't a fast car, but it was a fun car. And I used to love this thing. We've had, all sorts of things. You name it, we've had. We have Vegas. I've had a Pontiac Ventura. I've had a Chevelle. I mean, we've had all kinds of cars. So my point in saying this is, my love for Fox Bodies goes way back, but also just love for cars in general. It goes way back. And I think it's a way for us to relate to others, right? But it's not about a specific car. It's about the passion that we all share. We all, I think, search for someone who has and shares the same passion as we do. Fox Body guys are unique. They're kind of like Jeep guys in a way, because they're super passionate about what they, what they're into. Same thing with Honda guys. You'll notice that same thing with the Honda guys. We share this passion that you just, if you're not into it, you just don't understand it. You just don't get it, and especially the guys that go way back. And I've even noticed with the younger crowd that has gotten into the Fox Bodies, they crave that nostalgia. They wanted to be back there in the 80s and the 90s when these cars were really hot. They crave that. And even though they weren't there for it, they still want to see it. And I think that's so cool. So that shows you right there the connection that we all have and the power of these cars and cars in general, if you will. Dang, I was 21 when you were born. Yeah, I hit just right, guys. Whenever I grew up, I was listening to ZZ Top, Afterburner, and things like that. Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love. Guys, I could go on and on about music, okay? I grew up in a small town called Blakely, Georgia in the late 70s. There was no internet. There was none of that. So the way you grew up, if you grew up in the 50s, pretty much is the way I grew up in the 80s, okay? That's just the way it is. And that's something that we all share up until probably around the mid-90s, that group of people. This is something that we can all share from the baby boomers, from Gen X and back to the baby boomers, in a sense, is that we didn't have internet. Well, I remember thinking that Jackson Browne and Rod Stewart and Jefferson Starship and all these things that we were listening to were mainstream, popular, like now type stuff, right? I didn't realize that that was already old stuff. So I grew up in like 10 years prior, if you will, if not 20 years prior. It took me forever to realize that half the stuff I had been listening to in the cars that we have been driving on aren't necessarily popular anymore. So that's kind of a cool story, a little bit to the backstory that we're going to go into whenever we get into this at some point. Thank you, Ground Zero. I appreciate it. Yeah, I grew up in Macon, Georgia. That's cool. Yeah, I grew up, like I said, in Blakely, Georgia. Also want to say, let's talk about Fox Days of Christmas, because with all this going on, guys, I've just not got anything shipped. My wife is trying to handle all this stuff for me. And I have spent literally every waking moment at the hospital for the past 2 weeks, over almost 3 weeks. Wednesday will be 3 weeks. It's been really hard. I'm not making excuses. It's just been tough. And that's not been the main focus, if I'm being honest with you guys. Getting these gifts out has not been the main focus. But we're going to get them out, okay, here soon. We've got a couple of gifts. I think this is one of them right here that either were not claimed or either somebody won twice, I think. So we got a couple, I think like 2 things that we have to give away. So we're going to do that here pretty soon. Thank you so much, ADM, for the $5. I appreciate it. And guys, look, I appreciate everybody's support. I'm keeping my head up. I promise you. Your boy Brutal always tries to stay positive. And everything that I go through in life, and I hope it's the same for you, is fuel to that passion, for that fire, right? Everything that you go through, don't let it beat you down. Don't let it kill you. You use that as fuel for your fire, okay? Everything that's happening right now is it's just not good. It's just not. I'm hopeful, but it's not good. My point is, though, you have to use that as fuel. You got to use it in the right way. I told you guys that you're probably going to see a little different side of me, and that's been coming anyway. I think I've just made a decision to give you what I want to give you, and if you don't like it, then you can unsubscribe. It's just that simple. You're not going to like everything that I have to say, and that's perfectly fine. Don't expect me to be super abrasive or anything like that, but you're going to get a different side of me that I've often wanted to show you. I don't know how that's going to come across, but it'll be what it is, okay? But thank you guys so much for all the support through all these years, and thank you for all your thoughts and your prayers and everything else. All right, so yes. My mom is my main concern right now, and I'm probably, after this live stream, going to go up there and sit with her tonight, okay? We got some bad weather coming in. If you guys don't know, I'm in southeast Alabama. We've got a massive cold front that's about to come through in about 2 hours. Wind's going to pick up. It's going to start dropping in temperature. It's going to be pretty crazy. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and get up there. So thank you guys so much. Family first, absolutely. You're not alone. Yeah, you guys got me covered, and I do appreciate it so much. I was cleaning out my shop a few weeks ago and ran across 3 huge stacks of 5.0 magazines. I cracked open a cold beer and started digging through them. Time to get busy on my project. Old school 5.0. That is badass, man. I can appreciate that. I've got a crate full of old Mustang magazines from back in the 80s, all the way up to probably about 2005 or 6. So I can understand your passion there. Yeah, man. Look, I have to. So I have a comment here from Darrell. It says, I'm a subscriber no matter what, brother. Let them hear the real Nakia. You are. You are going to hear more of the real me. I've been doing this for a while now. Don't think that it's something that's just going to be, mind-boggling and mind-blowing. It's not that. I guess, let me elaborate. All right. Through the years of doing YouTube, I've always told you guys you can do more with less. That's something that I've always preached. The thing that pisses me off beyond belief is these fucking elitists that come in here and they tell you that you can't do it that way. Okay? Plain and simple is what I'm showing you right now. Yeah, you can. You can, okay? You want to get me fired up? You want to get me mad? Tell me I can't do something with less. Tell me I'm doing it wrong, and I will prove you wrong. You're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of that attitude. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. Every time I get on YouTube, every time I get on Facebook, I see the assholes that want to tell you guys you can't do something unless you spend this amount of money or unless you buy this. I'm sick of it. I grew up dirt poor. I grew up having to do things to survive. I had to do it out of necessity, okay? If I wanted my car to run, I had to figure out a way to do it. If that meant that I had to strip everything down and carburet it because I was too broke to buy this or that or whatever the case may be, then that's what I did, okay? That's what we're going to start talking about. I don't care what the elitists say. I don't care. I want you to understand now that you can do more with less. You just have to get off your ass and do it, okay? That's all there is to it. That's that plain and simple. You guys may say, well, the channel's changed. You're not the same as you used to be. You got sponsors now. Yeah, we got sponsors. And I don't regret that not one bit. I appreciate the sponsors that we have for reaching out and appreciating what we do. And we can share that with everybody because I already use these guys anyway, okay? So that's how this works. If I didn't already use you and I don't like you, I'm not using you as a sponsor. Everybody that we have around us are people that I use anyway. Super awesome people. I can pick the phone up and I can talk to them anytime I want to. The channel has changed. The Calypso is not what we would have built on a shoestring budget. I understand that. But also we have people that aren't on a shoestring budget. You guys have to understand that. Just because you don't have the money to build something doesn't mean that somebody that does have the money is wrong. Okay? So there's two sides of this, and everybody needs to understand it. The Retro Fox was pretty much budget up until the Supercharger. Well, let me ask you guys a question. You ever got this? This is the thing. If you struggle for money, if you don't have a lot of money, typically you're one of the people that are going to get back something on your income taxes. Right? Right. All right. So you struggle throughout the year. You don't have a lot of extra money, this and that. You get your income taxes, or maybe you get a little bonus from work, or maybe you sell a little something, and you get you some money, and you buy yourself a Supercharger. Well, I guess you're just an elitist now. I guess you're not budget no more. Well, I disagree. I think that is still budget, okay? You can have nice things and still do things on a budget. Just takes you a little longer. Guess what? I'll give you guys a little bit of inside scoop here. I bought that Supercharger out there for this car and it broke me. I was broke for a month. We had no money to put into the channel. Budget if I've ever heard it, and if you disagree, I don't know what to tell you, okay? So this is where we're at with the channel now. I want to try to cater to both sides. I do. The Calypso, we've put some money into this thing. We've had a couple sponsors help us out. But at the same time, the core of this channel is for you to get out and do stuff on your own. Let me tell you about budget. I'm about to get on down a rant here, okay? Let me tell you about budget. I get a lot of people that fuss about budget. And they say, well, you're not budgeting anymore. You're not doing this. Yeah, but I'm working on my cars, right? Have you ever paid somebody to work on your car for you? That gets expensive. I, for one, don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money to go pay somebody to do the work on my car. So I save money by doing it myself. Last time I checked, that was budgeting, right? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the negative people that have shit to say. I want to prove to the world that you can do whatever you want to do, ever how you can do it. I don't give a shit if you're taking out loans on your 401k. I don't care. You do what you want to do, ever how you want to do it. That's your own budget, and I respect that. What I will not respect is somebody bashing somebody else based off their budget. If you have a good year, I would expect you to buy things that you wanted to buy that you couldn't bought last year. That's what I would expect you to do, okay? I would never bash anybody for that. So, therefore, I won't accept it on my channel. That's just the way it is. Yep, very expensive. And look, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if anybody doesn't like what I'm saying, you can go ahead and unsubscribe now. You can get off this live stream. I don't give a shit, okay? So, this is what you got. Project poverty, exactly. I mean, we all struggle, right? We all struggle. We've all been there. We've done this. You understand the struggle. I remember getting a tax refund whenever I was, younger, and buying whatever the hell that tax refund would give me. I would go out, I'd look through Jegs and Summit and all these. I almost remember the number. It was like, oh my God, I can't remember off the top of my head the number to Jegs or Summit. But anyway, I used to know it off the top of my head, and I'd call them and I would ask for tech support, and I would be like, hey, the funny thing is I had an 88 Trans Am GTA, not a Fox body, believe it or not. This was in between my Fox body days. And I had an 88 Trans Am GTA, and there was this thing that would go into your throttle body, and it was like a almost like an I or H shaped thing, air full or something like that. Do you guys remember that? It would go in your throttle body right there, and it supposedly split the air and it added horsepower. So I remember getting a tax return, and I remember calling up Summit, and I was talking to them about it, because that's what you used to do back in the day. You just call them up and ask them if you wasn't sure. And I was like, hey, what about this air full thing? I was like, does it help? And they're like, you'd be better off putting a chip in the car and this and that. So I ended up not ordering the damn thing, and I didn't have enough money for a chip. So I didn't end up getting anything, okay? So I guess what I'm trying to say is everybody stumbles across a little bit of money, okay? My channel goes up and down. My money is good sometimes and it's bad sometimes. And when it's good, we buy things. And when it's not, we don't. So that's just the way it works. Same thing with you guys. It's the same concept. So fake ass chrome plated junk. All right, California Mustang catalogs. Yes, spent, and this is the whole point of this live stream is to let you guys know I've been here. Okay, I'm still here right now. I'm here for you. I understand what you've been through, and I hope you guys understand what I've been through. See, I took insurance money off of a small accident on my truck to mod my Corvette. Sam, who hasn't done that? Come on, everybody chime in right now. If you've ever made an insurance claim and you decided, you know what, that dent can stay there. I need something from a Fox body. Who's done it? I've done it. I'm still your guy from the beginning. Just got a little bit of extra cash to what I had when we started the channel. And that's the only difference. And I would expect you to want me to spend that and to put it into these Fox bodies, right? We don't put it into the house. We don't go buy steak dinners and things like that. We put it back in these cars so you guys could see it. If you can't respect that, this ain't the channel for you, I guess. Plead the fifth. Come on, guys. You can do it. I promise you the IRS ain't coming after you, or the insurance company ain't coming after you. I promise you. Everybody's done it. So that's a perfect example of what we have to do as car guys. I have taken loans out. I've taken 401k loans out to buy parts for my Fox body so that I can give you guys content. I've done all of this shit. So the people that say that I've changed, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've done it all. You name it, I've robbed Peter to pay Paul. I mean, it is what it is. We have to make things work, okay? Built mine off 401k too, exactly. Now the 401k thing is not the end of the world, because you're paying yourself back with interest. So it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, so everybody can, that did not hurt anything, Ted says. So everybody can relate. Yes, so, one thing that I want to say is very important to me. I'm actually going through some serious stuff right now, okay? And it's touch and go with my mom. I want you guys to understand that. Everything's not peachy, okay? But there's still hope. Okay? So I want you guys to know that. But I'm more of a celebration of life type guy. Okay? So I can't help but think, my mom, what you guys don't know, and this is funny, what you guys don't know is every freaking comment you leave on a video of mine, Mama Brutal is up at 5 o'clock in the morning with a cup of coffee and a cigarette reading everything you say. I'm liable to get a phone call at 6 o'clock in the morning with my mom fussing at me about something that somebody left, some negative comment, okay? So Mama Brutal always had my back. She didn't like all them negative comments, but she loved you guys. She still does, obviously. She loves you guys. And she was so involved in this. So she would go to Ford Takeover with me and things like that. And it was just some of the best times ever. And like I said, she became really close with Nikki and JJ. And I always bring them up because we've been in communication since that time, since we all met. But you know, it can't help but make me think that what we're doing is bigger than what we think. I've made connections with people, there we go, that I never thought I would make. Almost like a family thing. It's so awesome what we have. Thank you so much to Foxcast Media and everybody else that has these events, you know, Blue Oval Media, and there's so many others. But thank you all so much for these events, because it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort to put into these things to make them happen. And what we don't realize is, until we look back later on, is, man, those are probably some of the best times of our lives. When we go to these events and we get to hang out and we get to talk and hear stories and look at cars, you know, you look back at it and it's just some awesome freaking times. I had hoped that we would be able to do a Ford takeover down here where I'm at, but it's not worked out very good. But thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. My mom is super awesome. So my mom is super into cars, if you don't know. This red car back here, the Retro Fox, is by far her favorite car that I own. She loves the way it sounds. Loves it. Listen to me. Hear me out. Spinning tires, drag racing, all this type of shit, my mom's all for this. All this will be covered later on when we do my little backstory. But my mom is super into all this stuff, right? Like, big time. I don't think you understand. I don't think most people that know her understand. Like, I fire this damn red car up, and it just, ooh, boy, she just loves it. You know, she just absolutely. She didn't like the supercharger sound too much. She thought that it sounded like something was wrong with it. But I think a lot of people that never heard it think the same thing. It's in her blood. I've watched her and my dad drag race. Her and my stepdad, you know, they have a Mustang together that they absolutely love. This goes so deep, guys. It goes so deep. It's cold. Shut that garage door. Joseph, right now, it is like 68 degrees here. The cold front is on its way. It's not made it here yet. 5 Point Joe, thank you so much. Get well, Mama Brutal. I enjoy the time we met. Yes, and that's the thing, you know. I love hanging out with you guys so much when we're at these events. You get to hear everybody's story of, you know, how their car came along or how they grew up or whatever the case may be. And you realize you're not alone. If you're anything like me, as you go through life, you feel like you're different. If you're super passionate about this type of stuff, right? If you're one of those guys, and you know if you are, because I'm talking to you directly. I'm speaking to your soul right now, and you know it. If you grew up thinking you were just different, like nobody understands my love for cars and for other things, but for cars, like nobody understands. If you're that person, then yeah, I understand. I do get it. I am not, in general, a car enthusiast, meaning I do appreciate a lot of other cars, but I don't just necessarily love everything. There's about 20 or 30 cars out there in the world that I just absolutely love. Outside of that, I don't give a crap. But I do respect the passion behind whatever it is that you love. I'm not into Hondas. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm not into them. As a daily driver, as a work car, yeah, they're pretty cool. Do they look good with a set of wheels and things like that? Yeah, look pretty good. Outside of that, are they good for trying to make fast? Nah, not in my opinion. You went in the wrong way. But if that's what you're into, and that's what you're passionate about, I can't help but support that. Doesn't mean I want one, but it means I support that. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I have AC turned to 69 right now. Yes, man. Foxcast is my buddy, and Neo as well. And thank you so much to Blue Oval Media. He did a live stream where he did a prayer for my mom. And I do appreciate it. Guys, we're not done. I need you to understand that. We're not done on this channel. I know it may look like it. You guys may say, oh, Brutal's not doing any videos. He's lost it. Nope, I'm not lost it. We're going to come back stronger and better than ever with more passion and more fire and more freaking fury than you've ever seen. It's building right now. I just can't. I can't devote myself to it. But I did want to come on here and I wanted to talk to you guys about family, about friends, and about passion in general. Never give up on anything that you love. Nothing. Never let anybody stand in your way of what you love. Period. You say what you've got to say. You may make mistakes, but it's okay. As long as it comes from the heart, it's all right. Okay? I also want to talk about the fact that I understand that a lot of people don't have a lot of extra money. I'm really one of those guys in a sense. We have our extra YouTube income that I do try to use on the cars, but trust me, I understand I come from nothing. I used to live in my best friend's spare bedroom on an air mattress, okay? And I brought home $176 every 2 weeks. Don't fucking talk to me about not having no money, okay? Don't talk to me about you don't understand. Your boy Brutal understands, okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. You never give up in life. You never give up. You get your ass up every day, though, and you have that fire and that passion inside of you, and you don't let nobody put it out. That's the one thing that I want you all to understand. Is there are people there waiting with freaking fire extinguishers to put the fire out in you and to put you out. What you can't do is listen to that and let them do that. Anything in life that you're passionate about and it keeps you up at night, you never let anybody tell you any different. No, that's very important. You're going to feel stupid sometimes. You're going to feel awkward. You're going to feel weird about it. You have to push through, okay? You have to. If you're wrong, you'll find out later. If you're not, it's all going to be worth it, okay? Thank you so much, Purple. Is that Purple GT 22? Get well, Mama Brutal. Much love. Keep your head up. Yep. Thank you so much. I am keeping my head up, and I know you guys have got my back, and it's so nice to be able to come on here and do a live stream and talk to you guys. I know it's been a lot about myself tonight and things like that, but at the same time, I got to vent. I got to talk to my people, my family, right? And I'm talking to you guys now, and thank you all so much for the support. We're going to get back to normal here pretty soon. When we do, we're going to try to ramp things up. Okay, it's going to be a little different. Ooh, keep doing what you're doing. Yep, I'm gonna try my best. I know a lot of people. Another thing I want to talk about, because I get this from time to time. Let's just go ahead and just air all this out. You get a lot of people that say, "Hey, man, my kids want to watch."
Merry late Christmas.
Well, thank you so much. Madison hooked me up with something to drink. I'm Sonic. I get a lot of people that say, "Hey, man, my kids like to watch. You know, I don't like the profanity." I'm sorry. I try my best to keep this family friendly, work safe, if you will. I just sometimes I can't express myself without some profanity, okay? You need to hear it from time to time, okay? I'm sorry. I will try my best to warn you ahead of time, but I'm just a profane person, okay? Whenever I get to expressing myself, I have trouble explaining myself and expressing myself without using some profanity. I do apologize. I'm not perfect. There again, if you don't like it, you're more than welcome to unsubscribe. Jarrell Washington, stay strong. I got your back. I know you guys do, and I thank you so much for that. But look. 2022 is going to be different. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be epic. I'm going to do my best to make 2022 something unique and something different. We're going to get back to that fire in your belly. We're going to get back to that, and we're going to push through, and we're going to knock some shit out. Now, you may ask yourself, well, why have you not done the 65? Where's that passion for the 65 fastback? It's there. It's just not, when you're comfortable with something. Like, for instance, I know these Fox bodies inside and out whenever it comes to rebuilding one, painting one, fixing what needs to be fixed. I understand that. Obviously, I use LMR for all my stuff. I can pick up the phone and I can get anything I need, is what I'm trying to say. The 65 is a little different. I know these cars. I don't know them like a Fox body. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know them like a Fox body. Back in the day, I knew these cars really good. It's been not 30 years. It's been about 25 years, really, since I've driven this car. When the car was taken apart, everything got scattered. There's some nuts and bolts over here. There's some nuts and bolts at somebody else's house, and yeah. So We do have the engine, we do have the hood, we got a couple of the little, pieces here and there. This is something that me and my dad are going to finish. I just don't know when. The passion is there, but you have to be keyed in, right? Everything's got to be locked in perfect sequence for you to drive that passion home, and I'm aware of that. Everything is not in order for us to really fire off on this 65 at the moment. It's like, it's getting there. The stars have not aligned, if you will. It's coming. Me and my dad have talked about this over and over again. We got to get started back on this car, but at the same time, you can't force anything, right? I think sometimes you take on a project and you have the best of intentions, and you think to yourself, oh man, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then it just kind of fades out. Well, you can't fabricate passion. You can't do it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's either there or it's not. Now, you may watch a video, or you may hear somebody talk, or you may listen to a song, and it may fire up that passion. That's cool. What I'm saying is you can't just make it come back. It has to just come back when it's time to come back. And right now, we're just kind of in limbo with this car. We have a game plan. I'll let you guys know. We plan on purchasing some fenders and hanging the doors on the car and using our old hood to get everything lined up so that we can weld this cowl up on the car and then start on the body work of it. So that's the plan. We'll see where everything goes from there. Yeah, exactly. Mustang Guy says the passion will come back when you're ready. F the naysayers. Exactly. So anyone selling a Holley intake manifold, Fox 1100 asked if anybody is selling a Holley intake manifold. So if anybody has one for sale, hit up Fox 1100. Let him know down in the comment section below. We all make mistakes on these cars. Yeah, absolutely we do. Just know that you have helped, especially with the base auto reset. I appreciate that, guys. I never knew that that was going to help so many people. And that was probably one of my favorite videos that I ever did. Was the base auto reset. I vote Coyote in the 65. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If we do a different engine in the 65, we're gonna do a 3.5 EcoBoost. It's probably not gonna fit. Transmission tunnel is super small. The strut towers, everything is just, yeah. But there's a way to make it work, okay? Without a doubt. Me and my dad are super, super pumped on this 3.5 EcoBoost. Since I bought this truck, I have been blown away at the power that these things make. Blown away by how quiet they are, how smooth they are, and the power delivery. You can order one on a crate, turnkey, ready to go, standalone, everything. Like fire it up on a crate with a gas pedal for $6,800. I don't have $6,800, but we could save some money if we want to. And we may end up with one in one of these Fox bodies at some point. Now, you guys don't forget that we do have another car coming for the channel. We do. Right now, it's bought and paid for. This car is paid for, and there's a shit ton of other stuff that goes with it. I just can't get to it right now. You guys understand that. So that's coming. I just don't want to give too many details out. I don't want to hype it up too much. It'll be there when it gets there. How about some chrome ponies? We are going to do some ponies on a Fox body. Not chrome though, but we are going to do some ponies on a Fox body. Hey, Drinking Worm says, driving the Fox to work tomorrow. Haven't driven it to work in almost 2 years. Hopefully everything I've done pays off. Brother, that is the best feeling in the world. It's nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. But just do it. Just do it, man. We get so caught up in the fact that we're worried about our cars not making it to from point A to point B. Let's go. Let's skip back to your younger days. Not everybody can relate, but a lot of you guys can. When you would jump in some carbureted POS, rusted out thing, and your ass would go cross country on it. You didn't care, right? Why all of a sudden do we care so much? Is it because we're scared somebody's going to come by and snap a picture of us and put it on Facebook or something? Or laugh at us on Instagram? I mean, I don't understand why we care now and we used to not care. Man, I drove junk And as long as that damn thing would fire up and run, I would drive it anywhere in the world. If it ran, it could go anywhere. And now all of a sudden we get so worried about driving something to work. And I'm not knocking you. Understand what I'm saying? Because I'm guilty of it myself. This car right here has literally, since we put the supercharger on it, not went more than 5 miles down the road. That's it. Actually, no, I did drive it to work one day, so 15 miles. I've got to get this thing out and drive it and enjoy it and just throw caution to the wind. If the damn thing tears up, it tears up. It'll be all right. You take it back and you fix it. We got to stop worrying, though. Okay? We got to get out here and enjoy our cars that we have built. Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate that. Carry a fire extinguisher. That is a very good point. I'm guilty of not doing that. Carry a fire extinguisher if you're going to be taking out a car that you've not driven in a while, or really any hot rod, okay? Yeah, just carry a fire extinguisher. They're cheap. You can actually get, they have some at O'Reilly's Auto Parts that are like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. I mean, come on. You don't even have to order one on Amazon. You can just go pick one up for hardly nothing. Put it in your car. You'll be good to go. Anxiety level is high. I understand. I know what you're saying. Normal work vehicle is see, and that's the thing. We're so used to these quiet, perfect cars that we have nowadays. Back in the day, we all drove shit. We all drove carbureted, finicky ass things. If you're old enough to understand that, then you know. It was hit and miss whether you were going to make it work or not. But nobody cared. You got out there and you drove it. We got to get back to that point, in my opinion. Mustang Guy 6501 says my 65 has an issue. It's never done this before. It's acting like a turnkey car. Kind of oh, so he says it's kind of scary. It's never acted like this before. It's acting like a turnkey car. It's kind of scary. That's actually awesome. Well, congratulations on that, Mustang Guy 6501. Guys, if you don't know, that was one of my favorite cars at Ford Takeover. I met Mustang Guy 6501. He's got a 65 Fastback. I love this car. It looks so good. And it's the definition of budget, right? And this is something that we discussed. It's on the channel. He's doing what he can do to the car as he goes along. And he's a hell of a lot further along than what I am on mine. And I just love that so much. Guys, the spirit of what we do is not about money. The spirit of what we do is about the passion behind it, right? You get out there and you work on something and you feel better. You feel good about yourself, about what you did. We're so freaking worried about Facebook and Instagram nowadays. It's like, well, what will they say on Instagram or Facebook? Don't worry about that shit. Go back to the old days, all right? Shut all that out and get out there and do what you want to do. And don't worry about what anybody else says or what they're doing or what they say is not cool. I hate one-piece headlights. If you have one-piece headlights, I think you need to set them on fire right now if you have a set. But if you like them, what the hell does my opinion matter anyway? And that's my point. It does not matter. If you like them and you love them, then you use them. I personally don't like them. There's a lot of things I don't like. But we get so caught up in what other people think, and it does not matter. A lot of you guys don't like that solar wing that I have on the back of my car. I don't care. It does not bother me one bit that you don't like it. I love it. I look at it. I think it's awesome. That's all that matters to me, okay? Some of you guys don't like a two-tone car. I love that. And we just have to get back to that, okay? That is so important. I think social media today has really hindered that. Why the hell are we worried? Why does it even matter what people think? Why does it matter? But we care now more these days than we did back in the day. Hey, Elamar is out. No, don't worry about what others think. Exactly, 100%. Some Mustang guys are savage. They're not savage, Zach. They want to be savage. They're assholes on a computer with a keyboard. You meet them in person and they're punks, okay? That's how that works. They're not. We allow them to be savages. We allow little letters that pop up on a screen to affect us. Think about that for a second. We allow these letters that pop up in a random ass order to affect our lives and what we think is cool and what we don't think. The hell with that. But what's important is when somebody tells you to do you. Now that is truly important, and that's what you should listen to. We should all remember that. You do what you want to do, and don't worry about what words on some damn random screen from some fat ass guy sitting there that has nothing in the world to do than to ridicule you for what you've done. Don't worry about that. That is not what matters, okay? They're savage? Nah. No, they're not. Meet them in person and see how savage they actually are. Most of these guys are not what they claim to be on the internet, okay? I took a big loss, losing my Fox body in a fire in 2021. Man, I'm sorry about that. First time I cried over a car, all I heard was, oh man, all my hard-earned money and time went down the drain. Man, Darrell, I'm so sorry, man. That sucks. That really sucks. I hate that so much. We put so much money and time and effort into our cars, and when it goes, there's nothing you can do about it. It's gone, and there's no easy way around that. There's not. You know, I think that's where the budget build comes into play. Something like, for instance, a GT40 headed setup with a GT40 upper and lower, like an Explorer. Upper and lower intake and gears and cam. You know, don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. But that's where those cars really matter, man, because you're not so worried about, maybe it doesn't have perfect paint. You know, you're not worried about a scratch so much or a dent or something like that. When we put money, like I've put into the freaking Calypso, when we put money into a car to that level, there's no way to go but down. You're never going to get your money back out of it, and it's just going to depreciate more than likely. And if something ever happens to it, you're out $20,000, $30,000. So I think that's where a budget car really kind of comes into play. But you know, we look, nobody knows what's going to happen to our cars. It could be sitting in a garage for a month with a battery connected, and then all of a sudden this thing catches on fire. I mean, it can happen. It's happened plenty of times like that. So I do recommend that you guys disconnect your battery if you're going to be leaving your car sitting for a while. My opinion on strange shocks and struts for street driving. Yes, absolutely, Brian. I got them on my car and I love them. Nunya says, don't let them live rent-free in your head. 100%, I do agree. Am I running spacers on the two-tone GT? No. That car is running no spacers at all. That's just the way it sits with the wheels that I got from LMR. There's a 275s and 245s up front, and that's it. 10-inch wide in the back. No quad shocks. Actually, you can just flip the quad shocks and they don't hit anyway. But yeah, no spacers. Yeah, absolutely, Zachary. Disconnect that battery cable because I'll give you guys. I'll tell you this. I'm about to get off. I had the battery. Hold on, let me tell you guys right. I had the battery out of the Calypso for probably about a month. And I had a battery go bad on me, right? It just went bad, quit, whatever. So I didn't have a battery for the Calypso. That's how broke I am, by the way. I don't even have a battery for both cars. So the battery is not in the Calypso. So I took the battery out of the red car and I took it up there to put in the Calypso. Well, for whatever reason this day, it was perfectly quiet. There was no background noise, nothing like that. And as soon as I hooked up the battery cable, I heard a sizzling sound. I was like, what the hell is that? And I saw ever so slightly, just a little whiff of smoke come out from one of the wires over around the turbo alternator area. Anyway, long story short, I investigated it, and what it was the wire assembly, what am I thinking of? The wire loom that comes from the alternator had gotten too close to the turbo and got hot, and two of the wires in there were ever so slightly touching. Why it did it just then, I don't know, but that had already happened. And when I hooked that battery cable up, I heard it and I could see it. So there you go. I mean, that could have caused a fire. Who knows, right? So just be careful. I've heard of incidents like this before. Just disconnect the battery cable, in my opinion, is the best thing. Dustin Jackson, what's going on, man? The Cutlass caught on fire after we put a big block in it. Power steering line busted and sprayed all over the headers. What? When did that happen? So Dustin is a good friend of mine. Dustin, when did that happen? I don't remember that, man. Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $40. I do appreciate it. Stay strong. I am. So look, everybody, Happy New Year. We hope that 2022 is going to be a better year than 2021. 21 was not that bad of a year though, for the most part. We had to deal with a lot of stuff, but I think we got stronger as a group as a whole in 2021. I don't look back at 21 as such a bad year. I know we did a lot on the channel, and 2022 is just hopefully going to be better. We'll see. Oh, Dustin said back in 2014, scared the shit out of me. I didn't realize that, Dustin, that it happened back then. He's got a beautiful cutlass, by the way. Beautiful. Horseplay Motoring says that 2022 is going to be his year. Awesome, man. All right, guys. Well, look, don't think any less of me from what I have told you guys. I'm just trying to tell you that you're going to see a little bit of a different side of me. We're going to get down to the brass tacks of things, and there's going to be some stuff that I guess a lot of people probably won't want to hear and things like that. But I'm like I said before, guys, I'm tired of the elitists. I'm tired of the people that make people feel bad and put them down and this and that. I got you. I'm your boy. I've shown you that you can do things with less. You can do more with less. I'm going to continue to show you that. There will be some, I don't know, maybe higher end things sprinkled in here and there from a sponsor or two. Sure. I'm going to show you what you can do with a little bit of hard work and determination. Stick around. We're going to go back to our roots with our new car. It's coming. All right, let me answer a couple more questions real quick. Like, do I need to take it off the firewall? I don't know that conversation. No matter what happens in 2022, yes, we're all in this together. Exactly. Happy New Year. Thoughts and prayers. Much love. Thank you so much, Mustang Guy 6501. Thank you all so much for the members. God, I've let you guys down. I'm so sorry with everything going on. I've not been posting the videos early, mainly because there's not been any videos to post early. I do apologize to all of my members that are watching right now. Please hang in there. We're going to be all right. I will get back to normal at some point here pretty soon. Thank you all so much. Much love from Canada. Absolutely. Guys, Fox Days of Christmas. We will get to these gifts. I have them. I promise you. I'm not messing around with you. This isn't some scam. We have all the gifts. They're in there with everybody's name and labeled. And we will get them shipped out. I promise. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Much love. And as always, thanks for watching.